Can y'all hear me? Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me? We have things to do today. I've been messing with this stream to try to get it set up properly for like 2 days. I have chat right here. So hopefully y'all can hear me. Audio's good. Awesome. Well, I have been like meaning to take care of Mushu and Elizabeth's enclosure. It has real dirt in there, soil and sand and clay, and it's a mixture of all sorts of things. And it's supposed to be bioactive, which means that there's plants and stuff in there and like a whole little ecosystem, but all the plants died over the school year. So I bought all these plants and we're going to plant them. That's the plan. I appreciate y'all being here. I don't know who we should start with first, Mushu or Elizabeth. Also, I can move you guys around so you can see if you want. Look, Mushu's in there, living his best life. Just ignore how dirty the glass is. Okay, it's not focusing. Oh well, I'll get him out. I'll show you. Move it like this. Oh, that's terrible noise. Look, it's Mushu. He is living his best life this summer. But yeah, we need to make his enclosure much nicer than it is. Can someone say Elizabeth? We can start with Elizabeth if you want. Both of them need reorganizing and all the plants planted. Hopefully it looks good when it's done. One of the things I really like about setting up their enclosures this way is I try to make it really naturalistic to how they are in the wild. So that's kind of the goal. All these plants are edible too, which is nice. But yeah. I'm just gonna get started because I've been putting this off for so long and they will love it. But each enclosure is gonna get one of these elephant bush plants, and then I got these fun little succulents and stuff. These ones. And I also have aloe vera, which they can nibble on it. You don't wanna eat like too much of it. Good job, you brought your notebook and your pencil. You came prepared. I'm proud of you. All right, hold on. I'm gonna go grab my trash can because there's a bunch of like loose pieces of food and stuff that I'm gonna take out of there. Please hold. It's over here somewhere. There it is. Do y'all think the music is okay, or is it distracting? Yeah. I'm just gonna put all of his stuff up here. Hello, Mr. Downtown Jeffrey. Hello, Macy. Who else is here? Hazel, Eleanor, Kevin, Josie. I hope I pronounced her name right. Duro, Martin, Tashi, River. Thanks, y'all. Love that you're here. Welcome. This is my first live stream on my Professor channel. Fun fact, I used to live stream Super Smash Bros. Like, gosh, how many years ago? I know, Mushu. I will not smush you, sir. I used to stream Super Smash Bros. Probably like 5 years ago. And you wanna know something crazy? One of my main like One of my viewers that showed up all the time for my Smash Bros streams, he found my my Professor Shaw stuff. I wasn't a teacher back then when I streamed, and he found it all, and he's like, dude, do you remember me? And I was like, of course I remember you. So that was cool to see him. You go back to school on the 17th. Teachers go back on August 3rd. I don't know about students. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't been paying attention. But I know I go back on August 3rd. Mushu is like, what are you doing to my enclosure? You know what? I'm gonna just take the glass out. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Here, I'll move it a little closer so you can see, because right now I feel like you can't really see anything. We'll just focus on Mushu for right now and see where that gets us. Oh. What about lighting like is it a nest lamp for the winter? I'm not quite sure what you mean by a nest lamp, but all of their lighting is on not only timers, but temperature probes. Here we go. Maybe this is a better angle. So I'll actually show you. Can y'all see this? I don't know if you can see it. Yes. This is a temperature probe. And so I have one on the cool side and on the hot side, and it's constantly reading the temperatures of both, and it's adjusting how hot the basking bulb is, so it regulates the temperature automatically. Very convenient. Oh, you couldn't see him? Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you. I know it's kind of hard to see. Let me adjust the camera a little bit too. Maybe that'll make it. There you go. He's in there. He's right there. All right, I can move you closer too. I'm just trying to set it up so y'all can see in there, but you can also see me in kind of what I'm doing. Let me get chat going too so I can see that on my iPad. Okay, there's that. All right, did I miss any? You start the 4th of August? That's crazy. Okay, there we go. Need to see the lizard. I'll show you. I'll show you him. He's getting big. He's old enough now, and so is Elizabeth, that if I wanted to, oh, he's kind of hard to see because of the lighting. There he is. Him and Elizabeth are old enough now that if I wanted to, I could breed them and then have baby Mushu and Elizabeth's running around, which would be fun. But yeah, there he is. All right, distracted. I gotta take all of these rocks out. And he's probably confused because that's his home. I think you're homeschooled and started 8th grade early. Nice. I remember 8th grade. Are you excited about being homeschooled or being in 8th grade? You meant heat earlier. Oh, it was about during the winter. I use the same lighting during the winter too. I just changed like the day-night cycle, so like shorter days during the winter. Trying to trying to kind of show or get them used to seasonal changes. Fun fact, a lot of animals, plants and animals, sorry, I'm distracted. They know to go into hibernation or brumation for reptiles, depending on the season changes. So if you can kind of replicate that a little bit in an enclosure, it's actually a good thing. It's more natural for them. I'm just gonna bring these paper towels over here. Are y'all having a great Thursday? You're gonna be a freshman. You almost got one for free, but then you started saying that I'd go take the enclosure as well for like 500. So technically the bearded dragon, yeah. Enclosures are expensive. You don't even wanna know how much this one was. These ones are like custom made PVC. They were very expensive. Homeschooled since 6th. Nice. Okay. Do y'all want to see my Frenchie? I'm gonna show you. Oh, he jumped. This is Hogarth. I call him Hoagie for short. Let me do this. Sorry, I'm messing with the camera lighting and all the things. Okay. This is the probe for the hot side. So this tells the heat bulb how hot it should be, basically. And then it adjusts. You've got 23 doggos. I don't know about that. That's a lot. What, do you live at like a dog shelter or something? You have a Chihuahua. Thank you so much for being a teacher. Aw, of course, I love being a teacher. Thank you for being here and saying encouraging things. Hoagie. Okay, so this substrate is a mix between like topsoil, sand, clay, what else? And like I've got like these wood chips on top, and then I added some foliage, like some leaves and things, because I also have isopods that I put in here, and that gives them somewhere to live. But here's what I was thinking, chat. I can put the elephant bush kind of on the dim side, like right here, and then I don't know about the aloe and like the little plants. All right, let's see. Doing amazing conservation things, including working on children's specific series. I love that. They're both on YouTube and Twitch live streaming their rescue ambassadors. That's awesome. I taught middle school math for 8 years before switching careers during COVID. Going back to teaching wasn't really in your mind, but my videos are making you reconsider. I love teaching. And if you feel called to go back, you should. But if you're hesitant, then, you know, just gotta do what you have peace about. That's what I think. Could be of interest. Yes, I think it would be cool to have something like that streamed, or like I could get my students involved, and maybe we check in with like a live sanctuary, and I don't know. Just a fun like break from the daily lessons and things, like students might be able to check in on a sanctuary. Always down for that kind of thing. Okay. All right, I am moving all of this soil so that I can plant one of these elephant bush plants. Look at this. Isn't that fun? And they can eat this and it's totally fine. Good news. You're going to 9th grade. Let's go. Loving these enclosure updates. You're welcome. You're heading to a rodeo on the 12th. It's for a fundraiser for firefighters. I love that. Oh, you're right. I've seen Maya's stuff. That would be cool. I'm pretty sure she has one of her things that you can pay to feed like her cow or something. I saw a video about it. All right, let me get this in there. I'm going to knock some of the soil off of the roots. Not all of it because it's, you know, got nutrients and things, but I don't want tons of this soil. Also, it's pretty dry, but that's okay because elephant bush can survive when it's kind of in a more dry, arid environment. Hello, Mushu. You like your vids? You like the one where I had my kids do their own Pokemon cards? That was so fun. I loved that unit. There was a bunch of people in the comments on that video that are really upset about it because it was AI generated. And I'm like, I understand. We don't use AI very often, but it was the end of the year and my kids draw and are creative all the time. I love when they're doing that. So it was like, you know, once in a while, I felt like it was all right. The Beardies, how old are they? One of them, well, they're actually both about a year old, just over a year. What subject am I going to teach next school year? Math and science, 3rd grade. So I'm staying where I'm at. No, Mushu, you cannot escape. All right. What is that? What do you think of that? Like right there in the middle, we're gonna make like a little pile. There we go. I'm gonna have to water this later. What do you think? Do you like your new plant? I think he likes it. Let's see. Winnie. Do they hold water as well? They do hold water. They're more drought resistant than regular plants, but they're not like a cactus where like they just have tons of water stored inside them. But they are a desert plant, to my understanding. So they are better when it's not, you know, super, super rainy. Feeder and splash pad. What is your view on AI in education since you mentioned you don't use AI often? It's kind of hard to say. I mean, I teach elementary school, so in elementary school, I would much prefer my students to be using pencil and paper, and I try to make sure I do lots of activities that are primarily with notebooks, pencils, paper, stuff like that. But I also have the belief that AI is a useful tool, and if you can find beneficial uses for it and you use it as a tool, not as like a crux for teaching, then I think it's okay, and it's got its place just like any tool. You just gotta be responsible with it, you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Prompt engineering in 2040, yeah, right. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. Mushu's certainly interested. He keeps running all over the enclosure. Well, I wonder if turning this on would be helpful. Maybe, a little bit. Here, let me show y'all. Show you here's what we're working with. We got Mushu over here. Hello, sir. And we got one of the plants. I still need to plant an aloe and then 2 more succulents. Or hawthorn is one of them. And then I have to put all of his decorations back in there. All right, let me make sure y'all can see. All right, cool. Do you still teach long division? Yes, we teach it in 5th grade. I taught it in 5th grade when I taught 5th grade. Great power comes great responsibility. Exactly. Spider-Man is the best. Are y'all excited for the new Spider-Man movie coming out? I'm hyped. I'm there. You already know I'm there. All right, let's see. Oh, I found a little rock. Where should we put this? All right, this here. It's kind of hard to say. Honestly, hear me out, chat. I'm gonna put the other things in there and then I'll put more plants. How long do you think I'll be teaching? I love teaching. I love it a lot. So I see myself teaching for many more years. It's like my whole life's purpose. It's the best. Oh, Mushu. He is using the bathroom. Nobody look, don't look at him. Privacy. Have you taught other grades besides 3 and 5? I've taught everything but second, in 1 through 8th in middle school was definitely your strong suit. I have taught, okay, so I did student teaching for a year. I did student teaching in 2nd grade. So I was in 2nd grade for half of a year and 4th grade. So I did 4th grade for half of a year. And my first year teaching was 5th grade. 2nd year was 3rd. 3rd year was 3rd. This upcoming year will be my 4th year. And that'll be my, also in 3rd. Thanks for that, Mushu. Let's take care of that real quick. But I have also done a long-term substitute position in 1st grade. So I've kind of been all over the place. You can never figure out where to put the 0. I could show you, but I don't have a whiteboard. I would love to teach you that. Y'all, I miss school. Literally, I want to be back. I know everyone thinks I'm crazy, especially a lot of people like on social media, they're like, what are you doing? You just want to be back at school? And I'm like, yes, I want to be teaching. I miss my students and staying busy. I'd much rather stay busy. Okay, how is this gonna fit? No, I want him to be able to like climb on that. I also want to give him like a little hidey hole. You know what I mean? All right. These basking rocks are great. This one has been in, okay, I had a bearded dragon when I was in high school. When I was, let's see, how old was I? I must have been in 10th, no, or younger than that, probably like 9th or 10th grade. I got my first bearded dragon. His name was Dean, D-E-A-N. He was named after the guy from the Iron Giant. So I don't know if y'all knew who I'm talking about, but that was my very first bearded dragon. And I had him for 13 years, yeah, 13 years before he passed away of old age. And this rock was in his enclosure. It's been around, and now it's Mushu's rock. The story you didn't know you needed. All right. I feel like that's okay. Although I don't like, he might get stuck over there. Can y'all even see what I'm doing? Kind of. I move it like this. Is that better? Yeah? Okay. All right, let's see. I'm trying to set it up so the rock is deep in the substrate, but also up against the wall, because I don't want it to smush him. Sorry, Mushu. Excuse me, sir. There we go. He's also hungry, so I thought about feeding him. I don't want to gross you guys out, though. What's up, Alpha? Alpha at 2 a.m. Do you routinely stay up till 2 a.m.? I could never. My bedtime is like, well, over the summer, it's like 11 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock. During the school year, y'all, I'm in bed by like 8 o'clock. Okay. Do we want to give him a hidey hole over there? Oh, I forgot about this branch. Honestly, I feel like Mushu has a lot going on in his enclosure already. Maybe I give Elizabeth one of Mushu's enclosure things. What time zone are you in? Central. I'm down in Texas. Sorry, this is probably the most awkward angle. My bad, y'all. This is my first stream. You have to go easy on me. Okay, do I set this up the other way? Like this? Will it fit like this? Oh, that's way too close to his light. Sorry, Mushu. All right, I just want this to sit in such a way that he can bask, but not burn himself. I feel like this'll work. I just have to excuse me, sir. How's everyone doing? You all living your best lives today? Did y'all see my video I posted today? I thought it was so funny. Fun fact, it's about if a teacher, elementary teacher, was a driver's ed instructor. And fun fact, the whole video idea came to me just because somebody at a roundabout didn't know how to drive through the roundabout. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's a video right there that I'm gonna make. It's awesome. Now you wanna, dude, I'll give you a sticker. Here, I'm gonna go like this now. There we go. I'll give you a sticker. I was watching, you were laughing when you were watching that short. Good, that's my goal. Thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all. I have so much fun making videos. Any tips on how to calm kids down if they have a temper tantrum? Depends how old the kid is, to be honest. Like, how old are we talking? Are we talking like third graders that having a temper tantrum, or like 2-year-old? What was the wood type or tree type that the branch came from? Yeah, it's just driftwood. My sister actually found this piece of driftwood at an estate sale. The most random thing ever. Day's not complete. I try to post multiple times a week. I appreciate you. Young elementary kids that have temper tantrums. That's really hard. Every situation is different. Every child is different. It's kind of cliche, but having a relationship with them is a big thing. I like to use a quiet space and let them go into a quiet space to calm down, because if they're really upset, then a lot of times they can't communicate well, and they need to kind of be on their own to take a break. And most productive conversation isn't going to take place if they're like in the middle of a tantrum. So having a quiet place for them to calm down before having a conversation is kind of the go-to. What's up, Tim? I remember in 2nd grade, a kid threw a chair at the teacher. Yeah, that's not good. Oh, I don't know how to say her name. Luptmore. I'm so sorry to hear that, dude. That's the worst. I'm so sorry. All right, how we looking, chat? I feel like so far so good. We got the, here, I'll show you what we're working with. Oh, I'm unplugging things over here. It's all right. All right. I've got the driftwood so he can climb and bask. I've got the rock right there so it'll get warm. I feel like it's coming along. Mushu's checking things out. I did not give him a dedicated hidey hole, but he hasn't been one to like really hide much. I feel like I should though. I should give him something just to climb under. I don't know what though. Do I have to bring him home for the summer? I do. A cage for the light in the cave so you can hide would be a great addition. I agree. I'm just trying to think of how to do it kind of naturally. He likes to dig. That's the other reason I like having substrate like this, is because bearded dragons naturally like to dig. So he does like to dig holes. So maybe I just give him like a space back here, kind of like that. That's kind of leaning. And then he can kind of dig back there behind it. That gives him kind of a space that he can go and hide. He can also climb between the two. I feel like that'll work. All right. Where should we put this plant? Probably like, I'm thinking right here. I'm gonna plant it just in the pot. It's easier to maintain that way. And that way he can't like dig up the roots. And we can kind of hide it like this. Beautiful. Look at that. Professional. You have 4 beardies? That's a lot of beardies. All right, I'm gonna move my chat closer so I can, I don't have, yeah, okay. We'll go over here. Ugh. All right, let's see. Would I ever keep a Komodo dragon as a pet? They're ginormous and they have bacteria in their saliva, which if they accidentally bite you is toxic. There's a big misconception. Fun fact, Komodo dragons are not venomous. It's bacteria in their saliva, and if they bite you and that gets in your bloodstream, that's what's not good. Okay, I gotta set this probe over here. Let's do this. This is the cool side probe. Bearded dragons need a temperature gradient. So that basically means he needs a hot side and a cool side so they can thermo-regulate. They can go from where it's hot to where it's cool, because they can't just cool themselves off the way that we can. All right. 2 more plants. We have an aloe plant and a, what is this called? Whatever it's called. Why is my brain not working? Someone tell me what this is called. Y'all know. Succulent. This is a good succulent plant. And I don't know where to put it. I kind of want to put it somewhere he's not gonna just trample all over it. Maybe like, can y'all see, like back here, like behind? Maybe. Here, I'll bring y'all in a little closer so you can see what we're working with. Like that. Here's what I was thinking. We could put this kind of like back there. What do y'all think? Yes or no? Someone start a poll in the chat. Just kidding, I don't have any moderators in the chat yet. I feel like it adds a little depth, you know? There's some greenery in the front and then there'll be a little in the back. All right, Lindsay, that's good. Heard it here first. Thanks for letting me know. From the right side. Front right side or the back? What do we think? Now we got, in that back, we also have the front right side. What do we think? think of where we should put some greenery. We can kind of put it in the back or the front. I could do it in that front right corner, like up there. Is that where you meant, Josie? Front for light. You were thinking the bigger aloe in the front right? True. Yeah, keep in mind I have this one I need to put somewhere. So, here we go. We've got this aloe and then this other succulent. Okay. Sternilio also says the front. Okay. Back by the temperature. Tall in the back, short in the front. Oh, you right. Let's go. Y'all are the best. Why didn't I think of that? We need the aloe back there. That way we can see it. All right, let me cook. Here we go. This one goes in the back. Look out, Mushu. We are setting things up for you, sir. Look at, he's running all over, licking everything. I think this is good enrichment for him, to be honest. Just having some action happening in his enclosure. Because it's probably pretty boring in there most of the time. There we go. He's probably gonna trample all over that, but it's fine because that looks sick. Good suggestions, y'all. Should I put this succulent in the back left or the front right? Here's the thing with the front right. It's in the basking area, so it gets super hot there, which technically for a succulent isn't the worst, but might not be the best. Hello, Mushu. Let's see. Professor Shaw, can I tell you what my brain thought you said when you said temperature gradient? Travis, you tell me anything school appropriate you want. Then yeah, the back. I could do the back. I feel like, I don't know. Could also do right up here in the front too. It's not the worst. It would look grand there in the back. Oh, let's go. Duro with the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Grand in there in the back. Temperature gradient. Bearded dragons, I don't think they have temper. They're so chill. I don't think they have temper tantrums. All right, so we've got front right. Wait, can I do a poll? I don't know how to do it. Just kidding. I'm still learning how to stream, y'all. That's funny. Yeah, the glass is removable. It is terrifying to me, the thought of ever breaking it though, to be honest. All right, here's like the front on view. Where are we putting it? Where are we putting it? They're desert plants. They do need to be watered, but they can kind of be all right with a little water. I'm gonna tell, there we go. I feel like front left would look good. I agree with you. The only thing is a lot of the times I put their food bowl or his food bowl. Normally I have that like right here and then like where I put his bugs and stuff. I guess I could do it like in the corner kind of, but this is kind of the setup. How are we still feeling about the music in the background, y'all? Should I keep it? Or should we just not have music? Either way. Okay. It's good. Mushu. Yeah, Mushu can eat the elephant bush. It's okay. Good. The music isn't too loud. Love the music. Working right now. Ella, music's not too loud. Give you tips on how to de-escalate younger elementary students' temper tantrums. Help the teacher. Give me tips on if I should help the teacher when the student leaves the room. Are you a para or are you a teacher? What is your position in the building? Mushu's also eating this because he wants bugs and I haven't given him bugs. There we go. There we go. Y'all can see. I feel like we have a lot of green right in the middle, so I definitely need it in that back corner or the front by his basking stuff. I think it'll survive longest back here. You're from Ireland? What's up, Stern Ilio? That's so cool, dude. Or lady. He's a little over 1 year old. What do we think about this? He does kind of, sometimes he'll run along like the back, so he'll probably trample this for sure, but that's okay. Just go like this, trying to cover the pot of this plant so it looks naturalistic. It looks all right. That's not terrible. Nice. Y'all, it's coming along great. All right, Kevin, what are some plants poisonous to dragons? Like how chocolate is poisonous. Yes, there are definitely plants that are poisonous for the dragons. I did research on the different plants that would be suitable for the enclosure. But I feed them salad every day, so ideally they just eat the salad I give them. But all of the plants I just planted, if they eat some of it, it's okay. I love that you love your country. That's so cool. I'd love to visit there one day. I've only ever been to, like outside of the United States, I've only ever been to France and London. Fun fact. What's up, Alarna Rose? What up? Fun fact, I won a trip to London for free to see the Rocket League Grand Championship game. It was so cool. That's a whole story in of itself. That is a whole story in of itself. Good morning, Australia. So cool. Thank you for stopping in. I'll call you Alarna. Hi from Mexico. What's up? How are you doing, Ismael? Did I say that right? What's going on? Love Mexico. All right. I think we're gonna put the glass back, and then we're going to feed him. And then we can work on Elizabeth's enclosure. Or maybe I'll just feed him now while the glass is not there. Let's get you guys situated for some super cool bearded dragon being fed footage. Look at him. Okay. All right, let's do this. A little easier to see for you. I'm gonna go get some of his bugs. Here's some hearts for the goat. Thanks, Travis. You're the best. I appreciate the support, my dude. All right, give that boy some bugs. Yes, he is hungry. Bearded dragons, as they become adults, fun fact, this is also something that a lot of people don't know, especially people that own their own. Adult bearded dragons should only be fed bugs a couple times a week. Their diet should mainly be vegetation. They love bugs. They'll definitely eat bugs every day if you give them bugs every day. But we can kind of overdo it in captivity with bugs, because if you think about it in the wild, they don't always have access to bugs all the time. Like they can find vegetation everywhere most of the time. That's my understanding. You should do more classroom ASMR. I think it's so fun to do that. And it's so weird because I've never personally watched ASMR stuff, but like content creation wise, I love doing it. Did Mushu or Elizabeth ever escape? Nope. They never have escaped. Okay, I have a colony of dubia right below the camera. I'm not gonna show you because everyone will freak out probably. Technically, these are called dubia roaches. I, for everyone's sanity, like to call them dubia beetles, but they look like this. Oh, I dropped it. They're kind of like roaches, cockroaches, but they don't fly, and they're so easy to keep as an unlimited food source for bearded dragons. Also, I have them in the classroom, and it's great for teaching about like life cycles and stuff like that. So I'm going to be filling this bowl with some dubia, and I'm going to be powdering them with vitamins and calcium. One sec, I'll set up the camera a little better so y'all can see what I'm doing. Let's do this. Move the trash can. I think this rock I'm gonna put in Elizabeth's enclosure. Okay. I'm just gonna wash my hands after this, so I normally just grab them with my hands. It's way faster. If you don't want to see beetles, don't look in the box. Just don't look. No wormies or crickets. Yes, they love crickets, and they love superworms. Crickets are great source of protein. Superworms as a treat, occasionally. But crickets I have to buy from like the pet store. And I have unlimited dubia in this box. So their primary diet is dubia. But he's pretty hungry, so I'm gonna give him quite a few. And I also have to take care of the colony. Let me tell you something, Professor Shaw. What's up? You have the same container for your dubia colony in a different shade of blue. Well, let's go, dubia buddies. W bugs. You always feed yours first thing in the morning. It's probably smart. I always give mine salad first. Where's my calcium? Hold on. Oh, there it is. I was like, I knew it was in a container over here. Repticalcium. Give you a little ASMR action. Heebie-jeebies. I know, just don't look in there. You're an unoriginal Sarah? Is that what your name is? Just don't look in there. Okay, we're just gonna put some calcium powder in his little dish. That's probably too much, but that's okay. And then I also have some Reptivitamin. Oh, the mic is down here. Always salad and vitamins before buggies. That's right, Lindsay. You guys are such good animal caretakers. I love that about you. All right, and then we give it him a nice little, there's Hoagie. Can y'all see Hoagie? Give him a nice little swirl. You want some dubia too? No, you cannot have any. Are y'all ready? Hold on, let me set you up so you can watch Mushu destroy the bugs. If you do not want to watch, don't. But here we go. Hello, sir. I know. Here you go. He's gonna love that. I'm gonna put the glass on while he does that. There he goes. This looks a little, let me fix the camera. I'm using like an actual camera for this, so it's not all automated and things. I also have like a 20-foot HDMI cable running from my computer to here. Oh, I gotta start the music. There you go. Okay. He is so soaked. You had fish, but they all died? Kevin, what happened to your fish? Yeah, Mushu's after him. Bug Crunchy ASMR, do you want some of that? Here's the mic. Here we go. Eat a bug. He's being very, he needs to figure out which one he wants. Delicious. All right. Amazing. Let's do this. Oh. Go like this. Ignore my mess. Okay. What happened to you on Monday? Live chat. Where is? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I can't see my Twitch chat. Hello? Oh, that's why. Y'all, forgive me. This is my first stream. We're still working out the kinks. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put Twitch right here. Okay. Let's see. Oh man, I had some people talking in chat. I had people talking on Twitch instead of, and I didn't get to them. Sorry, hold up. My bad. Now we have Twitch chat open and YouTube chat open. Hello. Thanks, Lindsay. Hi, Rebecca. How are you? I don't know if y'all can see me right now. Sorry, I'm messing with, I have my iPad and I'm trying to make sure that I can see all of the things. There's that. All right, what's going on here? All right, hopefully I don't miss anyone now. If you're in Twitch, welcome. If you've said things in Twitch, hello. I'm sorry if I missed you. I missed someone named Blue and someone named Meme. Doing good. Happy for, thank you. All right. Mushu's enclosure is done. So we are going to swap over to Elizabeth's enclosure. I want to vacuum out the tracks though, because the glass is crazy. Hold on, I'm finding I'm finding the vacuum. Okay. All right. This is gonna be obnoxious if I play this over stream, so give me 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic. That way you don't hear it. All right, we're back. We are back. Okay. I'm gonna put the glass on his enclosure. I've said that already. There we go. Hello? There we go. Did I put that on the wrong way? I did. I put that on the wrong way. It goes this way. I would be so sad, y'all, if I dropped this. That would be the worst. All right, there's one. Mushu is a happy little lizard. Got some bugs. And here's two. Boom. All right. You're welcome. I'm doing well today. How are you doing, Rebecca? All of your animals look so healthy. You're doing a great job with them. Thank you. I like to properly care for reptiles because there's a lot of care guides and things out there that are just not good for reptiles. I honestly feel like my enclosures are probably too small. They say minimum is like 4 foot by 2 foot by 2 foot. These ones are both 5 foot by 2 by 2. If I could do it again, I would probably get 5 foot by maybe 3 foot for a bearded dragon, just because they're semi-arboreal, which means they like to climb, and that way I could give more climbing space and things for them. Okay, time to do Elizabeth's, and that means we're gonna be down here. So I'm gonna lower you guys. Maybe even lower than that. We're going all the way down there. Sorry, bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. Now we're on Elizabeth's level. Can y'all see? You probably can't. I was gonna say, Mushu's basking bulb up there keeps flashing, and if you can see that, it's because it's trying to regulate the temperature, so it'll turn off when it gets too hot. And yeah, we get this. And now my friendship. Do you need something? Okay. Elizabeth is not quite like Mushu. She is a little feisty. Okay, you can get down, sir. Or find a toy for you. There you go. You want this? Go get it. Let's take the glass out. Can see good. What's up, Sky? He needs attention. Yeah. $6.41. What's up, Twitch? I see a couple of y'all lurking in there. Let's see. There. Bookmarks. That's what I was thinking. Let's see. There we go. All right. Now let's get that one. I'm gonna let my dogs outside real quick, everybody. Wanna go outside? Come on. Okay. Do y'all want to see Elizabeth? I'll show her to you. She has a hiding spot in her enclosure. She likes to hide a lot, so when we set her enclosure back up, we're gonna be nice and we're gonna give her a very comfy hidey hole, okay? There she is. Wake up. I know. She gets a little feisty. Can y'all see her? There's Elizabeth. She's a little bit more wide than Mushu is, but she is not as long as he is. A little bit shorter. But there she is. All right. Do Mushu and Elizabeth ever interact with one another? I have had them around each other like once or twice. Not a lot. They haven't a lot. Hello, Beto. I see you. Yeah, her colors are very nice. Yes, I do know they're morphs. Mushu, they're both 100% red monsters. Mushu is a translucent, oh, I forget. Translucent something. Elizabeth is a hypo leatherback something, but she's a red monster. Red monster, leatherback, hypo, I think, or hyper something. I'd have to look. I have it written down. Her genetics are actually from the descendants of the original red monster morph strain, so that's cool. She was very expensive because of that reason. But if I decide to breed them, the babies would be very, very cool. That's why I got them. Back. No! Blue, I turned ads like as low as I could on Twitch. So I'm not trying to have y'all sit through ads. Because whenever I watch live streams, that's like the worst. So I apologize if those pop up. Okay. Her enclosure actually has, I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, you can. This is like a shelf. So she can actually climb up on that shelf. The people that made this enclosure, they had that as an option for hers. And I was like, yes. Do my students hold them? Yes, they do. The colored blocks. One of my students last year 3D printed this. It says Super Elizabeth And I have one for Mushu as well, just because my classroom theme is video games. So they gave me that for like teacher appreciation or something. Do lizards like to fight as well? They can. Yeah, red monsters are awesome. When I got them, I wanted to get bearded dragons. Where did I put the trash can? I wanted to get bearded dragons that were really special and unique, just because I wanted that wow factor from my students when they see them. Because I know they see them in Petco and stuff and they're gray, but how often do you see a red bearded dragon? So that was kind of what I was going for. Here, I could probably turn it a little like that. There we go. I know it's kind of hard to see in the enclosure. I'm just getting out the, like the old food that's just on the ground. I know, it was a really great gift. Love her. Such a sweet kid. Her family was all super nice too. Yo, I miss my students. I hope they're all doing well this summer. My Gary's an orange tiger leatherback. Ghosty is a 0. Lucy is a translucent, all gray though, and Clementine is just a normal beardy, no fancy morph. That's so cool. It's gotta be hard as a teacher getting new students each year. Yes and no. The only reason I say that is because I get to see my students from last year in 4th grade, and I get to see them mature and grow. And that's really cool and rewarding. And a lot of times they'll come down and say hi to me in the mornings and stuff. And that's always fun whenever they pop by and just say hi and then head to class. You're a big fan. When you grow up, you want to be a teacher too? Ugh, I love that. Wow, this is a heavy rock. I love that. You should be a teacher. Teaching is awesome. And if you feel like you want to do it, then do it. All right. I feel like I'll probably keep this where it was. This is kind of just like a little ladder for her to get up to that 2nd floor. But I have to go let my dogs in from outside. So I'm gonna go grab them. Okay. So I have a question about classroom pets. Is it like a district privilege or just knowing the right people? Luckily in my district, oh look, a bug that Elizabeth never ate. It's all dusty. Here you go. What was the question again? Oh, the classroom pets. Luckily, my district allows them. I asked my principal, and it was okay. There was some stuff I had to do to make sure I did everything the correct way, but I tried to make sure I did everything right, and so I am allowed to have them in my district. I know not every district is like that, which is unfortunate, because having class pets is really awesome for the students, and there's so many moments that it created teaching opportunities. So I really liked it. Lindsay, I teach them math and science. I teach 2 classes. So I teach my homeroom math and science, and then they go to their ELA teacher, and then I get that ELA teacher students in my class, so I teach the same thing twice. But that means I have 2 classes that are mine, if that makes sense. And then they go to a new teacher the next year. All right, y'all. Planting the elephant bush first for Elizabeth. Got to get it out of its little, there's the plant. Got to get it out of its little enclosure. What was your student-teacher ratio? I had about 20 students in each class this last year. But it kind of varies. I think the most I had was in 5th grade. I had like 24 in one class. No, I feel like I put hers all the way down here. Her enclosure does not have as much substrate as Mushu's does. So we're gonna be making like a mound here around hers, which is fine because I think the terrain change will be good for her. Hey, Carter. How long have I been teaching? I'm going into my 3rd year in 3rd grade. So technically my 4th year, because my 1st year was in 5th grade. So this will be my 4th year as a full-time teacher, but I did a year of student teaching. So I was in the classrooms as a student teacher for a full year. So I don't know if you count that, but I mean, I was teaching. I just had a mentor teacher in the room with me, kind of showing me the ropes. There we go. I love this plant. It's so cool. Hey, Jessica. What's up, standby? Down here in South Texas, we're running about 30 to 35 kids per teacher. What? That's wild, Blue. That's a lot. I don't know how y'all are surviving. I literally would die on this hill. I would take a pay cut if it meant less students per class. I would be a much more effective teacher if there were less students in the class. Nothing against my students. It's more so like we only have so much mental bandwidth that we can, give. And when there's 20 kids and they're all trying to learn the same thing, but they're all at different learning levels, it's insane. Have you tried Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced? Dude, is that out yet? Black Flag is like my favorite Assassin's Creed. So I didn't know if it was released yet or not. If it's been released, I'm getting it. What's up, Blue Fox? Thank you. I come from a long line of teachers. Photography teacher, cool. You're a paraprofessional and you love it. I love that. Paras are amazing. All right, let's see. All right, let's put chat up here. Where did my Twitch go? There it is. Uh-oh, y'all messing up my chat. There we go. I fixed it. Gotcha. You should get your dogs. I got them. They're inside. Yeah, it's hot outside. All right, y'all. What do we think so far? We've got the plant. I didn't do it centered with Mushus. I did it kind of off to the side a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. We got 3 more plants. We got the aloe and the succulents to plant. Elizabeth does want to help. She actually wants bugs. That's what she wants. Can I? There we go. Yes. This is a hawthort, I believe. These are all live plants. We are planting a bioactive enclosure. In case you are new, welcome to the stream. Yeah, and they're all edible just in case the beardies munch on them. Your border towns, major reason. That's still crazy though, Blue. That's a lot of students per. No, I'm gonna leave this in here actually. Actually, maybe not. All right, let's see. I'll give her salad bowl like right here probably. And then her, no. Salad bowl over here. Hogarth is trying to eat the branches. Paradise for Eli. Oh, it was released today. Black Flag. Dude, I'm gonna have to get that. I hear Mushu up there digging around. Do this. I think we do one of these in the back corner under here. Like that. That's a good spot. How old are my bearded dragons? They are just over a year. Can I hide it well? I don't like that. I might take this one out of the pot. I don't have as much topsoil in her enclosure as I do Mushu's, but that's mainly because she has that shelf. There we go. That looks a lot better. She's definitely gonna dig that up. She's definitely gonna dig that up. Okay, we have another little one. You know what, before I plant all these, I wanna set up her basking area. So we'll do that real quick. I appreciate y'all being here, by the way. I have been thinking about live streaming for a long time, but I just never got around to it. It's also, I like wanted to make sure it all was set up properly. So heavy. So I appreciate that y'all showed up. Thank you. Thanks for the like. What kind of streams would y'all like to watch? I thought this would be a fun one, but I'm open to ideas for future streams. That yellow thing. What yellow thing are we talking about? Mushu's already digging up one of the plants. Are you talking about this? Is a ramp for the for Elizabeth to climb up on the up here. It's a ramp. I don't like it, to be honest, because I like the enclosures to look natural, but it was like the only thing that I felt like I could safely put up there without it risk of it falling. You know what I mean? Will I get another pet? I don't know. I used to have a tortoise, fun fact, in 5th grade. I used to have a tortoise. Hold up. Hold up. Looks like a snake. Low key, my mind has been ever something chill and relaxing. That's kind of my goal. Chill and relaxing is the play. All right. Let's do this link. Bear with me. Sorry, y'all. Share. travel and exploration streams. Maybe gaming streams for action adventure. Maybe. I feel like traveling streams, like how do I do that? I guess I would just do it from my phone. I would need like a battery pack so my phone doesn't die or something like that. Your mom had a tortoise named King Tut. I love that name. All right, I want to make sure that these rocks are down under the substrate because she will dig, and if they're under the substrate, that way she won't dig under them and squish herself. Gotta be considerate of our dragon. All right, I now need to put the probe. Perfect, let's go. Y'all probably can't even see what I'm doing. Do you want me to move the camera so it's more like in the setup? I can. I could give you a little glimpse into sure. Okay. I was in band, yes. I used to play the alto saxophone when I was in band. Back in the day. And I like to tinker on the piano a little bit. Like just personally. I'm gonna move the camera. All right, here's what we are working with at the moment. Chat. Here we go. There we go. So, for Elizabeth's enclosure, let me set it up. I set it up so she can climb on those rocks and bask, but also there's a little hiding spot under there. Now I need to figure out a place to put, excuse me, I need to find a place to put these two plants. You played clarinet? Let's go. What's up, Ronnie? Thanks, Daryl. Okay, standby ramper. I was so sad that my students didn't know who Mushu was, like a lot of them. I had to explain it to so many people. Even some parents didn't know who Mushu was. I couldn't believe it. Okay. Y'all, where should I plant these? No, Hoagie, do not eat her plant, her driftwood. All right, let's see. Does that fit there? Nope. Not really, it sticks out too far. Unfortunate. No, don't lick the rocks either, sir. Let's just throw some of these for texture. Don't eat the dirt either, bro. My Frenchie is being the most right now. From Mulan, yeah. They weren't born in the 1900s. I don't know what you mean by the badge thing, dude. French horn and baritone, let's go. Everyone who's in band, say aye. All right, y'all. I'm gonna move you back because I can't really, there we go. You know what, I might make you even lower. Please hold. More eye level with Elizabeth. There we go. This way you can see. Okay. Now you can't eat the aloe plant either, sir. All right. Wow, only one eye. Yeah, when you're smiling. Oh, like the accessories on my badge. I have a little fob that opens the door, my ID, and then a little violin that plays music when I press the button. Oh, y'all can see him? He's being a little tyrant. Okay. He keeps trying to like bite all of the things. Oh, fire, that looks so good. I'm liking how Elizabeth's enclosure is turning out, I'm just saying. Oh, excuse me, ma'am. Thank you. Y'all, this sits right here so she can do a little climb up there. Is that the play? How do I get it stable? I wanna make sure it's like actually stable. Oh, there it, oh, maybe. Put a rock on that side, bury it. Is that the play? It's not very stable. Who is my favorite Pokemon? Dude, that's such a hard question. I do have a soft spot for Squirtle because he was my starter Pokemon growing up, I'll be honest. But like, there are so many good Pokemon. I really like, gosh, yeah, I don't know. I kind of love Mewtwo as well. Who's your favorite Pokemon? Thanks, Timber. All right, Blue. Have a good night, man. Hi, Sarah. You're in Twitch too? All right. Let's see. Y'all, where should I put the aloe plant? Star Wars for sure. I've never watched Star Trek though, so I don't have the best opinion on Star Trek versus Star Wars. All right, I'm distracted. I need to put the aloe plant and I need to put this plant somewhere in here. I feel like this plant, honestly, low key, maybe here. Maybe here. Can you hear my Frenchie has the zoomies? Sir, oh, hold on. Not right now. Now is not the best time for zoomies. No. I have the glass from the front of her enclosure just out on my couch and I don't want him to step on it. That would be the worst. Okay. Where's my people at? On the right. All right. Yeah, he was zooming. Aloe near the self ramp on the right end. Like back in that corner? Hold up. You might be cooking. Let's see. Like back here. That's kind of fire. I'm going with it. Who said that? Who was that? Where'd your comment go? It's me. Oh, hold on. Their automatic lighting turned up. I gotta turn there we go. It's me and gaming. Good thought. I like the aloe back there. Won't it block her climb? Josie, I don't think so, because it's kind of in front of it. If anything, she's gonna like jump on it and just knock it over. But she can still get up and down the ramp. Also, she might be able to climb on this stick thing if I can get that set up right. She's pretty intuitive. I'll put her up there. There you go. I also have these sticks. Oh, sorry, Elizabeth. They're just for texture. Have y'all ever seen Serpa Design? It's like a YouTube channel that he builds terrariums and things. It's a good time. Will it be too close to the lamp? You know what? It might get real hot right there, you're right. My brother helped me move them. How heavy are the enclosures? My brother helped me move them, and it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. Psyduck and Blaziken are your favorite? They're pretty pretty great choices. Maybe this one in that back corner? What do y'all think? Yeah, they might try to eat them, but they're all safe for them to ingest in case they do. Since the aloe might be too close to that heat lamp, I'm gonna put this down there because it's a little bit, you know, it's shorter, so it might withstand it a little better. There we go. All right, keep a thermometer under there. I am gonna put this rock right there to prevent her from climbing over that, ideally. That's, you know, she'll do what she wants, but I'm making a huge mess. Okay, you like the back corner? I could move the ramp, but I feel like this is like the best place for it. I've had it in different positions, but this has just been the spot that seems to work the best. I have never been to a Comic-Con, no. Okay. We still need a place for the aloe. I will center y'all again so you can see. There we go. Where are we putting the aloe? Somewhere. Somewhere. Maybe we put it. I don't know, this isn't shaping up the way that Mushu's did. Mushu's is like so good. I like Elizabeth's setup with the rocks a lot, but the plant setup is a little tricky. Okay. What about, I almost feel like I should move this like over here maybe, like that. And then honestly the aloe like there isn't the worst. I feel like there could be a better spot. I would say the middle, if not for the wooden bar thing. Yeah. Yes, she can climb up to the ledge. How's that? Is that good? I feel like that's good. We're gonna roll with it. We are going to roll with it. Take it out of its little cup. Just put some rocks. Her enclosure has a lot of texture, which is what I really like. Like there's sticks and rocks and leaves, and it just looks great. I also have these little bark pieces so that I can put the isopods in here and they have somewhere to hide. Do you want to see my isopods? You'll never guess what color the isopods are. I'll put this one in Mushu's enclosure. You'll never guess what color my isopods are. Can y'all see them? I don't know if you can see them. They are orangish red. They're called red pandas, I believe. I'm running low. I need to feed them. I need to feed the roaches too. Okay. Wrong one. Oh no, yeah, right one. Bug food. Okay. All right. Let's get y'all stood back up. Bear with me. There we go. Okay. You're getting your superworm and mealworm colonies started again this week. Yeah, I used to keep mealworms. I've never kept superworms like that though as a colony. I'm not gonna put isopods in there. Also, I think all my springtails died because I let it dry out. My bad. I'm gonna put the glass back and then we're done. Well, you know what? Let me give you a little tour of the enclosures while the glass is off hers. All right, chat. Here it is. She's got her little basking spot, somewhere to hide, some branches to climb on this side. And we got all these live plants. Got the little succulent back there. We've got Elizabeth herself right there. Successful enclosure update. Give you a little bit of mooshoos. He's got that large branch, and then he's got the cool side of his enclosure with all those plants. And he can hide behind this log thing back there. And there he is. What do you think, Mushu? I think he's happy. All right. I am going to be cleaning up my mess now. But I gotta set you all up first. There we go. All right, let's see who's in here. Braden, he looks angry. Do you and your teacher colleagues wear walkie-talkies for communication and stuff? Sometimes. Yeah, he's orange. She is living her best life. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna put the glass on her enclosure. There's one. And two. Boom. We're done. I just gotta clean up all this stuff. But other than that, we are done. All right, let's see. You should watch The Amazing Digital Circus. I've never heard of it. Thank you, Rebecca. Any vacation plans? My sister just moved to, hold on. I'm gonna read chat and answer some questions before I go, but I'm gonna bring y'all over to my computer so I can read everything. As long as you promise not to judge how messy the house is. I'm bringing y'all over. There we go. There's Hoagie. All right. And this is where I'm going to be sitting. And there's that. Sorry. These things are in the way. I'm gonna read some questions and stuff, and then I'm gonna go. But I'm gonna chill right here for a second. I can't see what y'all are saying at the moment. Okay. Let's see what everybody's saying. It is so messy. All right, let's see who's all in here. Hello. First read. Did amazing. Oh, vacation plans. My sister moved to Florida, so I might go visit her and go to Florida. Cleaner than your room? Brother, you better clean your room. Favorite music genre? I really like, I like a lot of different types of music, but like house music, like dancey music is like a go-to for me. Have you always gone live? Lottie, this is my first time going live for you guys. You're here. You're one of the first, the OG live chatters. Mm-hmm. How do I make it? There we go. Hold on. Where'd my chat go? Hello? You're big into EDM? I can get down with some EDM, dubstep and stuff. I like a more chill electronic, I think. I teach in Texas. My school isn't super big, but you know. How would you do it? Like make a video about it, Kevin? That would be a challenge, and since I teach 3rd grade, there's probably not a school appropriate way I could do it in that game. But just off the top of my head, I could teach multiplication, groups, and number in each group. Like you have groups of civilians, how many in each group? They'd have to be equal though. Mulan. I've shown them pictures of Mushu from Mulan, but not the movie. Uh-oh. Yeah, hold on. My dogs are running rampant back here. No, you can't take the paper towels. Oh, I'm moving the chair back. Y'all, you wanna know what I wanna play is Lego Batman. That game looks fun. Do I like cats? I don't not like cats. I'm definitely more of a dog person though. Hi, Sebastian. I love that. Very cool. Grand Theft Auto is fun. I'm probably gonna end this stream here in a minute. I do wanna say thank you for stopping by. This has been a fun first stream. Y'all have been great to chat with. I am curious. Sorry, I'm reading chat. I am curious, how did you guys find my videos and stuff? Like, did they just pop up on your For You page? Did you find me from Instagram, TikTok? I'm really curious about that. Kathleen, thank you. I'm glad that I can bring a smile to your face. Canada, that's very cool. From Instagram, my dog's name is Hogarth. I call him Hoagie. One food in my life? Dude, that's a hard question off the dome. My favorite food is like Chinese food. Playing sound bits of dry. YouTube, randomly on IG. Josie, are you the Josie that sent me something from my Amazon wish list? Enjoy the content, thank you. From Instagram. You saw me first on TikTok, but then I started popping up. Oh, on YouTube. Oh, Lindsay, you're a beardy mom, so that's how like my class pet videos found you. I was wondering. Christy from Facebook. Very cool. I love Facebook because I can see y'all's names and talk to y'all. Subscribed on YouTube. Thank you for everything, Josie. You're amazing. I haven't seen your quirky comments lately, so I hope you're doing well. You want to visit Egypt? I do. I want to visit Egypt. That'd be so cool. Field trip. TikTok for you, Courtney? Macy, I don't know what's up with that. 4 beardies. How was your summer? My summer's been pretty great. I miss the students though, I miss teaching. You get a lot of teacher reels. Okay. I only have YouTube now. Lindsay, I totally understand that. I would do that, but I create content for you guys, so it's kind of hard for me to do that too. Yeah, we're going on a magic school bus field trip. Get out the magic school bus. Meep, 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 meep. Put a smile on your face when I picked your answer on Instagram. Was it my the FAQ video that took me like 4 months to make? Yo, I put that off for so long. Do I ever get tired of teaching? I mean, it's exhausting mentally, but like, I love it very deeply. You used to be a content creator too? Very cool. Trying to find a parkour gym to learn parkour. Dude, Kevin, that sounds amazing. I would love to do parkour as well. I'm not even kidding. And I do. Oh my gosh. That's intense, Lindsay. I hope everything's okay. Would I ever do meet and greets? Yeah, probably. You inspired me to be to better teach my son in our homeschool sessions. He'd love to have you as a teacher. You're totally his vibe. Aw, thanks, Christy. I love that. I hope he's doing well. I'm glad that I can inspire you. That's the coolest thing that's come out of this content creation for me is I get a lot of comments from people that are just telling me that they feel inspired and that they appreciate, the positivity I'm bringing to it. Do I plan to do more lives? Yeah, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I was a little bit nervous just because I've never done live before and I wasn't really sure how many people might stop by. But I've had a really good time and I hope y'all have too. So I'll probably do it some more. I do know how to skateboard, Kevin. I don't know, well, I could longboard, but I can't like do a lot of tricks and stuff. Hey, Ramless Sarkar? I'm sorry. Hello, from India. Very cool. What's going on? You've been super busy? That's okay. I'm glad that you're keeping busy. And do not feel obligated to get those things on my wish list. I'm just planning ahead for the next school year. And so I was like, oh, I might need this, I'm gonna save that. Please do not feel obligated. Do I do boxing? I was in boxing in college, but I am a gentle soul. Boxing wasn't so much my thing. I love to lift and run. It was great. Going live is nerve-wracking for some reason. It is. Did you ever do it, Lindsay? Can't wait to see more streams. Tom Petty is from Gainesville, Florida, and your grandparents live in Sarasota. Gainesville? Oh, I like Tom Petty, the artist? Oh, good. I was wondering about the video and sound. I'm glad that that sounds good for y'all. Can you still hear the music, by the way? I don't even know if it's playing. It is not. I guess we're kind of winding down anyway. I have no idea, Kevin. Sometimes you'd get like 50,000 people at once, and it was really hard to keep up with the comments. I believe it. I believe it. Tom Petty. That would be cool to see him live. Hold up. You're following me on all of the socials? There we go. There we go. There's the music. Well, thank you for following me. I appreciate you. Y'all, I really want to make more long-form YouTube videos, but for some reason I'm just procrastinating. It is what it is. Chinese food DoorDash is, and you're winding down, so peace. Yep. What's your favorite song right now? If you had to say your favorite song right now. How many of y'all are on the From Texas by Ella Langley? I feel like that's a pretty popular one. It is kind of a great song, so I get it. Long form is a big commitment. Show your tattoo. I have a tattoo video where I show you all of them. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Day in the life teacher videos would be fun to see. I thought about doing those, but like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't have like a ton of things going on right now at this point in the summer. It'd be easier to do if I had like a vacation to go on and then I like vlogged it or something. 1999 Prince, okay. She was on repeat for a while, same. Long form coffee content. Morningstar, your name is very appropriate for asking coffee type questions. You must be a morning person. I have not considered long form coffee content, but I love making coffee and I love coffee and I have an espresso machine and stuff. So maybe. Far Line Going Home is a good song. What have you been doing lately? Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot. Go to the gym, go to the pool, filming videos and stuff. I've been spending a lot of time setting up my stream for y'all. So that's kind of where my focus has been, is getting this up and running. Making sure it looks nice. Music rock and country. 35 and back in your NSYNC era. Love that. I love that for you. Learn latte art. I might. Yo, I got an app. I'm gonna show you. I got an app on my iPad. It is called Procreate Dreams, okay? You can make like animations. How do I make this loop? There's a way I can make that loop, but I don't know how to do it. Hello? If y'all have never seen Procreate before, let me show you. Hold on. How do I go to the flipbook part? I just started doing this. Project. There it is. All right, look. There is this cool app that I found. that you can doodle, okay? And then you can create keyframes, and then you can animate by like doing your doodles. Listen, Macy, I got distracted. Isn't that cool? Y'all are like my students who get me talking about something random in the middle of class, so we're not talking about lesson content. That's what y'all are doing to me right now. This feels like saying goodbye to a family function in the Midwest. That's the worst thing ever. Y'all, getting trapped at the goodbyes, I hate it. I don't know why I'm trapping us right now. I'm sorry. Should I just end it? Hello. What's going on, Jester? All right. I'm going to end it for sure at 8 o'clock. That means we got 6 minutes. That means we got 6 minutes. Is there anyone in Twitch chatting? I am streaming on YouTube and at Twitch at the same time, and we had someone on Twitch earlier, but I didn't see the chat. I need to get better about that. But I'm pretty sure it shows me all of it right here. This is my first stream. You have to be nice to me. Please, thank you. Mistakes are how we learn. Have you traveled much outside of the US? The only travel outside the US I've done, I went to London and Paris. And I actually won that trip for free. Do y'all want to know that story? Great, because I'm going to tell you this story. So, years ago, probably back when I used to first of all, I used to live stream years ago before I was a teacher. Didn't have that many followers. I used to play Super Smash Bros. With my audience. Love Super Smash Bros. Anyway, at the time, I used to also play Rocket League, and I would watch the Rocket League Championship on Twitch, okay? So, I was watching the Twitch thing, and you guys know Snickers, the candy bar. They sponsored the Rocket League Championship through Twitch or whatever. And so, if you typed in chat, every once in a while, there was like a bot that was like, type in hashtag Snickers satisfies for a chance to enter to win. You never think those things are gonna work. Well, let me tell you, chat. I typed in Snickers satisfies, okay? Then I got a message, hey, you were selected for like the monthly drawing. So I was like, so doing it 7, I got distracted. You're switching to, okay, sorry. I definitely do not have a problem with getting distracted. Okay, so, where was I? Oh yeah, I got a DM and it was like, hey, you won a monthly giveaway for watching the thing. And I was like, okay, that feels like a scam, but you know, I kind of rolled with it and I like messaged back and forth and they're like, can you send your address so that we could mail like the prize? And I was like, sure. So I gave them an address. I got a box, you know the Snickers bars, like the big ones? I got a box of 50 of them. I got a hoodie that had like a Twitch something logo on the back, and then like some stickers, and like they actually sent me stuff. So, what's up, Brayden? I see you on Twitch. So, where was I? Hide 25 hide. Hide C. Okay, so they sent me all the stuff, so I was like, okay, this is actually legitimate. So then I still do have the hoodie. I could go get it and show you if you want. I have 2 hoodies. Let me get to the other one. Okay, so I won the monthly giveaway. Then they emailed me again and were like, hey, you won the grand prize. And I was like, what do you mean grand prize? And they're like, well, the way it worked is there were 6 monthly winners And then we drew from those 6, and there was a monthly or a grand prize between those 6, and you were chosen out of the 6. Actually, someone else was chosen, but they didn't have a passport, and then someone next to them was chosen, but they couldn't go, so then it fell to me. So technically, I was the 3rd choice. Okay, I know I'm trying to tell it fast. I know we only have a couple minutes. So, I win the grand prize. What's the grand prize, Mr. Shaw? Thanks for asking, chat. So, the grand prize, like both way tickets, flights to London and back, fully paid for, a hotel, fully paid for, a ride from the airport to the hotel, fully paid for. They gave me $1,000 check for spending money while I was there, paid for, VIP tickets to the Rocket League Grand Championship game, paid for. And they also, like the person coordinating it with me was like, hey, these are round trip tickets. So if you want, we're paying for like 5 days for you to be there. But if you want, you could extend it to like 10 days or however long you want. You would have to pay for other hotels out of pocket past that 5 days that we're paying for. And then you could make your trip longer and go do whatever, okay? Well, I decided to do that. So I went to London, toured all over London and stuff. It was so cool. Also, I could bring someone with me. So I took one of my friends at the time. So it was 2 of us that went. Toured all over London and then saw the championship game, and it was so good. It was such a good game. We were down by 1, and then we went into the overtime clock while I was sitting at 0. They juggled the ball, and then I think it was the US, I forget who was playing, made the shot. So then we went in overtime and we lost in overtime. Bummer, but it was still super sick. Like they juggled the ball at 0. Is it 8? No. Okay, I'm finishing the story. So then, where was I? Yeah, saw the championship game. For the next part of the trip, I took the Eurostar train over to France, toured all over France, saw the Eiffel Tower, or Paris, and then went back to London at the end of all that, flew back home, and most of it was all paid for. Isn't that crazy? What was your comment? Hold up, I missed it. I missed it. I was in the middle of a story, and if I look at chat for a second, my brain derails. It derails. It's 8 o'clock my time. It was such an epic win. It's like the type of thing that you don't actually think would happen to you, but it actually happened to me. It was very cool. And I still have the hoodie. That second hoodie I have was from the championship place. Like I bought it at the place. I should do that. How many times my students say my name in a day? Like get one of those clicker things. I should do that. Hoodies to be shown another time. There you go. I'll show you the hoodies next stream. So that means you all have to show up for my next stream, and that means I have to stream again. I have some ideas for what I want to do. I kind of like these real life ones. I could play games. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I play Magic the Gathering on my computer most of the time. I'm not very good, but I like to play it. And if I tried to read chat and play Magic at the same time, it would be atrocious. Have you seen my attention? It would be atrocious. But yeah, when is it? I don't know. Just keep an eye on my Instagram story. That's when I'll post things like that. I like updates. Or wait, one of you said that YouTube, you're only on YouTube. Was that you, Lindsay? Zelda Breath of the Wild, true, I do have it. Okay, I do gotta go. I'll put it on my story next time I stream. If you don't have Insta, that's okay. Can't y'all like turn on notifications or something on YouTube? Maybe it'll tell you. Mr. Shaw is live, join his stream. But yeah. All right, y'all. thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate you more than you know, seriously. It's very cool that I get this opportunity to make content for y'all, and I love all the encouraging things you say to me. So thank you for being here. I hope you all have a great night. See you later.